Tejas. I'm here today with Todd Carpenter of Carpenter Glass Mirror in Deer Park, Texas. So thank you for inviting us into your home today.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're having a crawfish boil, and I heard that you are going to be making that and that it's delicious. So we're really sad because we can't stay, but we're going to come back next time. We're inviting ourselves. So we're actually not here to talk about crawfish today, y'all. We're here to talk about your glass and mirror company. And I wanted to know a little bit about your history. Like, how did you even get started with this company? What were you doing before the company started? And have you ever, or did you grow up thinking, I want to open a glass and mirror company?
Oh, never. It's kind of crazy because when I did start in glass, I've been doing it about 8 years. I never realized the amount of trucks that drive glass. You know, they have the A-frames. And
Yeah.
once I started doing it, I was like, wow, all these people doing glass. It's like, it was kind of crazy. Like, you don't see the things. And kind of, I like glass because it's something everybody sees. Like, you know, I did electrical work, did HVAC, you know, overhead doors, stuff like that. But glass is like the front of everything.
Yeah.
So it kind of like comes into my character. Like, I want people to see what I do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And so, did you go to school to open your own business, or do you have a degree? Where did you?
I did take college. I mean, I have a business degree and associates. I'm not a master or anything, but I've taken that. I've got trades. I've done HVAC, my electrical, and you know, I like to learn everything.
Yeah.
To be able to give more back than just glass, but I primarily like glass, and that's what my business is. But people always need a little extra, and you can help them out at a lower cost and kind of give back to the community.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're a jack of all trades, like literally.
Definitely. My dad, he was my inspiration. So he was a contractor and a builder, but he also had car dealerships, bars. You know, he just kind of did everything, and welding. So it kind of brought me into, you can't just start with one thing and stay with one thing. You have to know everything to be able to do the best at what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and I love that because a lot of business owners do say that. Like, let's say for instance a restaurant, like they need to know what's happening behind in the kitchen to be able to run that restaurant. And so you learned all the ins and outs to be successful. And it sounds like it runs in the family too. It's that business mindset that you got from your father. So that's awesome. Do you currently work with yourself, or do you have a team?
I work with myself, my son. We're kind of doing it a family thing. He helps me tremendously. We kind of do everything as a two-man thing right now. Starting out fresh, you know, we're, you know, keeping it small and simple and servicing the best we can to give people the lowest cost and to help out the community. Eventually we will get bigger, but we don't want to overstep it and fail. I mean, our goal is to succeed, so we're taking it slow, every step, little by little. He's a tremendous help. He just, let's go, okay. You know, it's like, so.
Yeah. And so what about your son? Does he have a degree, or how did he get into the business?
He graduated high school. He's been taking college and stuff. He is expecting a child soon.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Grandpa. But you know, he really didn't know what he wanted to do. I've taken him with me a few times, and it's like, I want to go. Let's go. And like, every morning like, we have jobs today. Like, what are we doing? You know, it feels good, and you get to spend a lot of time with them. You don't really get to spend time with your kids as much, but when they work with you and you kind of teach them what you know, they may stay with it. They may veer off and do their own thing, but at least they get a little atmosphere of what you do.
Yeah, definitely. And it sounds like working alongside with you, he can really appreciate the hard work that you've done all your life and to, you know, give him a great life too. And you're
Correct.
passing along this legacy of this business to him.
And, you know, sometimes he has a little better idea than I do. And it's like, dang, you know, that's
Yeah.
not right. You know, but
You're like, how'd you get so smart?
Yeah.
So I want to explore a little bit more about your business, like your products. What exactly do you do with glass and mirrors? If people are looking for something in their homes, like what can you help them to get?
Well, glass is one of those things that you don't really realize until you need it. Every home has a shower. Doing it with glass, it increases your value of your home. It's less maintenance. You have a lot of things that go into it, and it kind of like broadens the house. Mirrors, everyone has mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you really don't realize how much glass there is until you like really think about it. You know, it's everywhere.
Or until you break it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then when you break it, you're like, oh my God, whoa, why is it so expensive? You know, it's like, but, you know, from storefronts, aluminum extrusions, window replacements, whole windows, all your houses, energy efficiency, all the different ranges kind of, you know, balance it out to, you know, like, we go from commercial to residential to, you know, I stay away from vehicles.
Okay. I was gonna ask
that's a whole different, it's one of those, you either focus on this or you focus on that. If you're focusing on this, you have to do 100% windows.
Right.
So it's not like where I want to be.
Yeah.
I prefer doing like the commercial and the residential, the homes and stuff like that.
Yeah. And so if somebody wanted to get something custom sized for like a table or, you know, like the big thing right now that I've seen are those giant mirrors that you put up against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Like, would you be able to do something like that?
The giant mirrors, yes. There's the framing that goes on the mirrors. We have so many different vendors, and they're all awesome. You know, some specialize in wood framing and give it to you that way, but they're not open to the public.
Okay.
So glass is a trade specific. If you don't have glass and mirror in your name, or you're not like a glass business, you can't purchase it.
Oh, interesting.
So it's one of those trade specific things. So you kind of have to come to us. They kind of like limit the market.
Yeah.
So we have numerous vendors that help us out with whatever you want. If you want an extravagant, beautiful mirror with a wood frame, we could do that. If you wanted just a simple mirror, a mirror wall for a gym, we do that personally. We do hand cuts, or we can order out if we can't do it. You know, there's always some way to get you what you want.
Yeah. And that kind of brings me to my next thing that I was going to ask about was like joining or collaborating with other businesses, or like you said, vendors, like those framers. How are other ways that you connect with others to make your business successful? And this could be like maybe being a part of a networks, or like the Chamber of Commerce, or you know, maybe going to other friends that might have that business mindset and getting advice from them.
Well, my main person that's kind of influenced the whole dynamic is my wife. She very network savvy, very community. I mean, when you look at friend lists, like she has broad amount. Mine's a little slim. You know, and friends of friends talk a lot. But she also knows, she being in business and stuff, in accounting, she knows all these different avenues. Friends of Bradstreet, it's like a thing you kind of sign up for. It's kind of like a business thing where they kind of build your credit off of them. Kind of get into a little bit of government jobs. You have to have a Duns & Bradstreet number to be able to work for the government. And it kind of puts you in a network where they kind of send you, you know, hey, bid this, bid that, you know, we want you. Then you become their preferred vendor. And then instead of just doing glass, they'll come to you for other things. Like, what, can you do this? Well, no, but I know someone that can. And then you're the person for, like, because you're authorized to come into their facility.
Yeah.
So you're the, contractor for,
Yeah. Oh, that sounds really interesting, and like it could be super beneficial to getting a lot more business, and especially those bigger bids that might be more competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done a lot of bid work? Or I said not bid work, but what you just said, government contracts.
Correct. I have done a couple. I'm fairly new, so I'm just getting in the door, but I am approved to do government work in the Houston area or Texas. Other than that, yeah.
How was that process? Because they're very intricate, and it's a lot of paperwork, a lot of details. Did you work with anybody to get through the process, or did you and your wife kind of just read through it and figure it out on your own?
My wife is very smart. She knows all the ins and outs, and she's very determined to make us succeed.
Yeah.
She understands the story. She understands everything, and she's pushing forward for the family, and it's helped a lot. Things that I don't know, she backs me up, and we kind of do it as unison.
Yeah.
It is a difficult process. It's not safe for everybody, but anyone can do it. You just have to have the mindset and the goal to achieve what you want to achieve. If you don't try it, you'll never know. So
I really like that. Yeah. I think that's really important for a lot of our viewers, because our viewers are business owners, or they're entrepreneurs. They're people that they want to know about how to grow their own business or start their own business, and for you to say that, I think is like the best advice. So, and I did not mean to cut you off. So
no,
okay. But that actually brings me to my next question about attitude. And it sounds like you have a really great attitude, and I can tell that, you are very ambitious, and that's something that you've also passed along to your son. And you have a really great partner that helps you in those areas where you might be lacking. Do you have any obstacles that you faced when you started up your business, or now that you want to share, and maybe how you overcame those obstacles?
Obstacles, I would say, were minimal. I did leave a company after 7 years of working for them. It wasn't going in the right direction. I don't feel that my worth was met. So I wanted to do it on my own, so I could change the things that I felt needed to be changed, but in my own way. My dad always taught me that working for yourself is always better, because you can do the things you really care about.
Yeah, and I totally agree. I think that there's a lot of people that believe the same way as your dad and you, and I know my partner and I, Jenny, we also are our own bosses, and so we are doing something that we love, and I think that it's really important to kind of mesh those two things together, your passion with your business. And I guess another thing I wanted to ask, if you had some advice for someone that was kind of hesitant about starting their own business, what would you give them?
So I've always been set in my way. I don't like change. But without change, we don't grow. Sometimes it takes that change to push you into what you know you can do, but you don't want to step out of your comfort zone and do it. So I say, what is a few months, a year of your life to see if it's something you can succeed in, because 90% of the community out there, we have somebody that will back us, whether it be family, emotional support, money, whatever. If you're following your dream, you're following your dream, and the people that support you that you want to be there will always be there for you. So try it. And worst case scenario, you'll see who's not there for you, and you'll, and then best case scenario, you're gonna come out on top and like search your dream. you know?
Yeah. So just try it, y'all. So I know that you've been through a lot of tribulations personally, and that that's not really holding you back from being successful in your business now. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Correct. So everyone goes through a little issues in their life. I've had my issues, whether it be a law enforcement or going away and doing, owning up to your mistakes in life and coming out a better person, or going away and doing time on things that you've done and coming home and not like putting the foot back out in front and trying to overcome what you've went through. So I've been through a lot of those, and I came home with the determination that family and community, I want to give back. I actually even tried out to be a firefighter.
Oh, wow.
It was kind of interesting and fun. I passed all the tests. It was great. It wasn't a time for me.
Yeah.
But I tried it. If I didn't try it, I would never know.
Yeah.
So I tried my next step, and here I am, doing my own thing. And basically, there's nothing in life that you can do, or any situation you can ever go through, that you can't come out on top. If you have the desire and the goal, you will succeed. You just have to give yourself that boost to know you can do it.
Yeah.
And how do you, even with our business, and there's a struggle sometimes. We're tired, we're cranky, we laugh at each other because we're like, are you hangry? Whatever. But so, sometimes we have to be our own self-motivators. And so you're kind of saying you can come out on top. So how did you push yourself when everything seems like either it's against you, or, it's hard to start your own business? So how did you keep a good attitude?
I had a good support system. Loving, caring family, loving wife, my dad. Of course, making mistakes, you make mistakes. Everyone does. But if you sit back and you really look back on who created you to be who you are, and if you need help, ask for help. And I have no problem asking for it, but I'm gonna give it back to you tenfold. So, it's that way. Whenever I do need help, it's always gonna be there. It's basically, if you take help, and then you never give it back, when you need it, it's not gonna be there. So always give back, because you never know when you need it again.
Yeah.
And I've done that, and that's kind of where my system has been behind me and backed me, whether it be emotional. It doesn't have to be financial. Just anything to give you that extra boost. And don't get me wrong, I get hangry. I get frustrated. But like my daughter said the other day, she said her mom asked her, do you like dad when he worked for the company, or do you like dad when he works for himself? I like dad when he works for himself, because there's a lot of dynamic that goes on with drama in a workforce, which everyone has it. It's just easier to do it on your own and kind of not have to deal with it. You know?
Yeah, definitely. And I love how you keep going back to your family. Like, they seem like they are a really big support system, from your dad to your wife, your son. So I think that is really important, to have those people, like you said, close to you that are your supporters, and just those are the people that help you succeed. So yeah, I'm feeling super inspired after talking to you, because I feel like you just have a lot of really great advice. And it's those little things that but you forget. So what's the secret to your success?
I would have to say honesty, loyalty, and your integrity. Like, you know, there's so many people out there that need things that you offer. The industry kind of hinders it to where it's really higher cost, you know, and they don't always need that extra thing, you know, to be honest with the customer and give them what they need, not like go above and like upsell. You know, that creates it creates a trust. And then whenever their loyalties to you as well as your loyalties to them, you're not going to try to mess them over, and they're not going to try to shop around because they know every time they come to you, you're going to give them the best price and the best it's basically service. You're giving them the best service that they can ask for, so they don't want to shop around. If you start that from the beginning and go through, you never have to worry about who's going to come back. You know, so the success in the industry is more or less to be honest, be truthful, be loyal, and take care of your customers, and don't take advantage.
Yeah. That's a great thing to end on. But I do have one more question. I want to know the secret too. What is the secret to making good crawfish?
Just do it. What did you say? Put it on a cracker. Spiciness.
Yeah.
We go to a lot of places and it doesn't spice, I guess, because they're a restaurant industry, so they do a lot, so we can't keep it up. But for us, it's to, you know, do it slow and spend more time with each other, so we're not really in a rush. So it soaks up all the spice and it just breaks away.
Yeah, like, it's so delicious.
It is.
Ooh, now I want some crawfish.
Y'all should stay.
Well, we're gonna do this game where you pick 3 questions out of the hat and you read them off, and then you answer them. So you can pick your first one. And they're horseshoes.
Okay. What is the capital of Texas?
That's a hard one.
Let me see. It's been a while, you know. I'm gonna have to say Austin.
You're right. Wow. Congratulations.
And now if I don't get one, we'll have to start over.
Yeah, we'll pick another one.
Can you talk with a Texas accent? I reckon. I guess I can. I don't know. Maybe not to everyone else's standard.
Yeah, sounds about right, y'all.
Y'all?
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you listen to country music? Favorite song, artist? Well, so I do listen to country. That's pretty much all I listen to. But I'm gonna have to go with my wife's favorite because it's kind of a weird situation. Lee Bryce.
Oh yeah.
Because she stood me up on our first date to go to a Lee Bryce concert.
Oh wow.
So I had to wait a date to meet the beautiful woman.
Yeah, it sounds like it was worth the wait.
It was, definitely.
So for everybody watching, if y'all are interested in getting some glass or mirrors, make sure that you contact Carpenter Glass Mirror, and we're gonna drop their information down below so that you can go and check them out and get that really amazing service that you were talking about. So thank you for inviting us into your house and inviting us to the crawfish boil. Unfortunately, we can't stay, but yeah.
I'm sure you'll do it again and we'll be back.
Yeah, we will be back.
We do it all the time.
Yes, we will definitely be back. But thanks again for interviewing, and make sure that y'all check them out. Bye.
Thank you.
What's up, Tejas? It is National Textile Day, and I don't know if you have ever thought about how many textiles we have in our lives. So Jenny and I were actually talking about textiles, and we were thinking
you know, we're wearing textiles, we're sitting on them. We, you know, you have animal-based textiles, plant-based textiles, you know, some that are synthetic. So just think to yourself, like, how many different textiles you have in your house. Today we're here at a store in Houston, and they have tons of textiles to choose from. So if you are looking for some textiles, make sure that you look in your stores around your area and see if you can have your own choices of textiles. I think that that's what makes it so exciting about choosing new furniture or clothing, is that there's so many options. So we're going to show you a little bit of what this store has to offer, and hopefully you can find some textiles in your life that are really amazing for your next couch or your next bedspread or your next dress. I don't know how to sew, so I just go to the store and I just find the textiles that speak to me when I go to the store. Do you know how to sew? We want to know if you know how to sew, so make sure that you drop it down in the comments below. And if you do, I will send you my clothing sizes so you can make me something. Thanks. Bye.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Till next time, that's all, y'all.